where my video signal is coming into the computer. The Rodecaster Video has a USB-C output that's connected to my Mac, and that's how it's hitting the computer. And with this preset, I'm going to change it from high to 1920 by 1080 just because that's what we're doing in this live stream. So 1920 by 1080 is the signal coming into it, so I don't want to change anything from what the signal already is, and hit OK. This is our canvas. One thing you may want to double check when you first get started is if this isn't fully aligned with your canvas. See how I have some extra black space here? You might want to right click on this video, go to transform, and then within transform there's a fit to screen option just to make sure that everything is fit on your canvas. In a worst case scenario, for whatever reason, if you had to zoom in, you can make this larger than your canvas, but you'll see these striped images here to show you that it is falling off the canvas and this is not the full image. So I'm just going to jump back here. We're going to go to transform, fit to screen. I've got my video signal in. I have my audio signal canvas, and this is not the full image. So I'm just going to jump back here. We're going to go to transform, fit to screen. I've got my video signal in. I have my audio signal in. Now all we need to do is make sure that we get our live streaming information into OBS. So how do we do this? Well, if we're going onto Facebook, I'll jump over to my Facebook tab here and I will go to live video. Make sure that you have admin privileges for the page. You can't just go live on some stranger. Jump over to my Facebook tab here and I will go to live video. Make sure that you have admin privileges for the page. You can't just go live on some stranger's page. And then here I have two options. I can either go live immediately or I can create an event in advance. I'm just going to show you. You for these purposes how to go live immediately. So I'm going to create a test broadcast before going live. We can check that at OBS. So you'll see here I have a streaming key. Do not give the streaming key out to anyone. It will give them the ability to stream to your page, and you don't want that unless you want them streaming to your page. So I've got some advanced settings here as well. If I scroll a little further down, I've got a server URL. These are the two to your page, and you don't want 1,000 kilobits per second. You can see if there's any dropped frames. That will alert you. If frames are dropping, probably means that your upload speed is pretty weak. It's also showing me that I'm streaming. You can make this larger than your page. So I've got some advanced settings here as well. If I scroll a little further down, I've got a server URL. These are the two things that you need for streaming on any major platform. It's usually going to be a server URL and it's going to be a streaming key. So back here in OBS, I'll go into my preferences again, and under the stream settings, I'm going to just go to Facebook Live, and you can either connect to Facebook directly from here and it'll just automatically input the server, or additionally, if you wanted to do custom, you could just copy and paste in this server URL right into this server window. So for these purposes, I'm just going to do Facebook Live. We'll use the default server and I'm going to copy my stream key and paste it right in here. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now, before you do that, it's just giving you some recommended streaming settings. They do recommend a maximum of 6,000 kilobits per second. That's something that you could change your stream to, but for the most part, I just follow all of the information that's been given to me on the support pages. So with YouTube, I was set to 10. Let's just go over to our output here and we can change this down to, so if I hit start streaming right now, it's going to connect. You'll see a little status bar down here in the bottom section. You can see if there's any dropped frames. That will alert you. If frames are dropping, probably means that your upload speed is pretty weak. It's also showing me that I'm streaming at roughly 6 megabits per second. I've been streaming for 17, 18, 19 seconds, and I'm using 5% of my CPU, which is awesome. I'm not using a ton of computing power to make this happen. Additionally, it's just confirming that I've got 29.97 frames per second going out. So from here, we are streaming, but it's not actually visible or live in Facebook. So down here, you can see this is kind of our preview window, if you will, before you take things live. What you're going to need to do is complete this checklist up here. You need to complete the post details and then you can go live. So let's click on that. It's going to highlight this window here. So my live video, I'm going to give it a sample title and a sample description. I'll hit save, and you'll notice this completed one of the checkboxes. So the last thing I need to do is to go live. In this case, because I told it to give me the opportunity to test before going live, it's just going to say start test. So I can start my test. Live video is starting. It'll take a moment or two, and just know that your live stream and what you see on Facebook will be delayed from what's happening in real time by just a few seconds. It might be off anywhere from 5 seconds up to potentially as much as 30 seconds, just depending on the day. The audio and video should not be out of sync as long as your computer is powerful enough to handle this. But if you are sending everything out in sync, then